How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So I just wanted to go over what's going on with the Meta Quest 3S, which I think I read a while back ago that Meta was coming out with a cheaper, smaller version of the Quest, and this must be it. This, of course, is a highly speculative render by XR Carlos for Upload VR. So who knows what it's going to look like? It's highly speculative. Meta's lower cost version of the Quest 3 should be named Quest 3S. A new leak seems to confirm. So this is information from some app. Multiple official Quest Store pages list support for Meta Quest 3S, 3 Pro, and 2. Below is a screenshot example from the Allo Moves XR app. Okay, so it's from individual app pages. Here we go, 3S. We've been following closely the evidence. Meta is preparing a cheaper alternative. So I wonder how much is it going to be? Could it be $99? It's probably going to be $199, right? You would think. That's a good price. You can read our recent roundup. So it could potentially have older lens technology, but still resemble the Quest 3. But it could still carry the processor of the Quest 3. Let's see what else they say in this other article. This was from May 17th, so half a month ago. There's strong evidence that Meta is preparing to release a cheaper alternative to Quest 3 to replace Quest 2 in the lineup. So they'll get rid of the Quest 2. The Quest 3S will be maybe a little bit of an upgrade of the Quest 2. Maybe like kind of like what would you call it? Like the PlayStation. No, that's not really a good comparison. Here's why we're almost certain this is happening, and everything we've heard so far about the upcoming headset, rumored to be called Quest 3 Lite or Quest 3S. So they're going to get rid of the Quest 2 and have a replacement for the Quest 2, a cheaper version. So it's kind of like iPhone Pro versus the regular iPhone. Or, yeah, basically like that. Cheaper version. Quest 2 launched at $100 lower than the original Oculus Quest, so Meta discontinued it immediately. Quest 3, on the other hand, is $500, so Meta has continued to sell Quest 2. Okay, so if the 3 is $500, what are they going to sell us for? $300? Since Quest 3 launched, Meta has repeatedly cut the price of Quest 2, first to $250, and then to just $200. In April, it even cut Quest 2 official accessory prices by more than 50% compared to the original prices. So $200 is a nice price for a VR headset, right? It's pretty nice. That's like, yeah, you could buy that money. That's like a Nintendo Switch pricing. If you want to get into gaming, you can get a Nintendo Switch. In February, the higher storage 256 gigabyte model for Quest 2 went out of stock completely. Was delisted from all retailers, suggesting the production of at least that model has ended. In recent weeks, we've also seen the announcement of the first major VR games coming to Quest 3, but not Quest 2, including Alien, Rogue Incursion from Survios, and Batman Arkham Shadow. From Meta-owned studio Camouflage. Meta's discontinued cuts to Quest 2 headsets and accessory pricing, the disappearance of the 256 gigabyte model, and the announcement of a flagship first-party game not supporting it strongly suggests the headset is nearing the end of its time on the market. How long has it been out for the 2? I don't know. Been a while, but as it stands, if Quest 2 is off the market, the entry price of the Meta Quest platform would become $500. So that's where they're like, shoot, we gotta have something cheaper. A Meta roadmap leak confirmed a cheaper headset. Yeah. Internal Meta VR and AR hardware roadmap was leaked to The Verge. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it talked about the Quest 3 and then Quest Pro 2, and then also a more accessible headset. So this was like, I read this a while ago when I was reading about the Quest Pro 2 and stuff. The goal for this headset is very simple. Pack the biggest punch we can at the most attractive price point in the VR consumer market. Are they going to make it look better? They're probably going to make it look different than the 2, right? It's probably going to be similar look to the 3. Maybe even use the same like shell and stuff and just have different internals. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has a strong track record for reliably reporting Meta and Apple's hardware and software moves in advance. For example, he reliably reported many details of Oculus Quest 2 and Apple Vision Pro before they were officially revealed or even acknowledged to exist. Oh, I remember. I was talking about Apple Vision. I was reading about Apple Vision Pro a while ago, not the Meta, the Quest Pro 2. Right. My bad. Before they were officially revealed or even acknowledged to exist. A few days before Quest 3 launched, Gurman reported Meta's next headset will be a mixed reality headset that looks a lot like the Quest 3 but uses less costly components. Mixed reality? What does that mean? His report claimed Meta is aiming to reach a price of $300. Oh, okay. Is this talking about the 2S or 3S? And was at least considering shipping the headset without controllers to instead sell them separately? Oh. How would that work? Note, however, that in recent months, Mark Zuckerberg has praised Touch Plus controllers as a key reason he thinks Quest 3 is superior to Apple Vision Pro. A Chinese analyst claimed it uses Fresnel lenses with XR2 Gen 2. A week after Gurman's report, Chinese analyst... So it could hit $200 to $300 using Fresnel lenses. See, that could be pretty cool. Because now we're getting into, like... These headsets are getting good, but also cheap. Good and cheap. Like, and once you get to a part where... Once you get to, like, a convergence of good and cheap... And then as well as like convenient to use. That's the other thing that you got to do. It's got to be good, cheap, and convenient. Not necessarily. It's got to be convenient to an extent, or else people just won't want to use it. It doesn't necessarily have to be cheap. It kind of has to be good though. But for like the masses to use it, it's probably have to be good, cheap, and convenient. You might go, well, the iPhone is not cheap. Well, but you pay for it over time on your plan, so it, in a way it is cheap. It's like another bill, right? The analyst was first to report it will use the new Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chipset from Quest 3, but paired with the old Fresnel lens from the Quest 2 to achieve a lower price. He claimed the product may be named Quest 3 Lite. The Quest 3 lenses, well, I guess I don't I do remember. Oh wait, no, is it 2 or 3? Old Fresnel lenses from the Quest 2. Yeah. So the Quest 2 lenses were all right. They had like some, whatever you call it, like weird thingies going on, but the resolution on the 2 wasn't amazing. So if the 3's resolution is better, which I don't know what the resolution is going to be on the 3, then the outcome could be significantly improved, right? If you have higher resolution, even though the lenses are maybe not amazing. There's artifacting. There's like strange like things going on. He claimed the ghosting, what do they call it? Ghosting? I don't know. He claimed the product may be named Quest 3 Lite. No, it's the 3S. So then we got some other people talking about it too. Will it support color mixed reality? Oh, yeah, because the 2 doesn't have color if you're looking through it, right? Given the report so far, it seems clear that this cheaper headset will use the same XR2 Gen 2 chipset as Quest 3 paired with the Fresnel lenses. But what's less clear is whether or not it will have Quest 3 style color pass-through. I hope so, because the black and white kind of sucks. It's not as useful, right? You don't want to be like using it in this really crappy black and white. By including the XR2, which is what the Quest 2 had. Gen 2 chipset, Meta will enable the cheaper Quest 3 to run the same VR content at the same quality level as the main Quest 3. For continuity. From a developer perspective, there would be no difference, but if the cheaper Quest 3 didn't have similar mixed reality capabilities, developers would have to treat it very differently. Yeah. So, like, it would make it harder. You'd have, like, this crappy... It'd be, like, a really cool game on the Quest 3, but then, like, it'd be some crappy black and white on the 3S, which would kind of suck. Supporting the idea that the cheaper Quest 3 must include mixed reality. In January, a Meta engineering director seemed to directly hint at all future Quest headsets supporting mixed reality. Director of engineering for XR Tech, Paul Fergil, said, after Quest 3, I'm convinced the pass-through and MR will be a standard feature on all future headsets. Good. Then we got dual 4-megapixel color cameras on Quest 3. They might have some special properties such as global shutter. Really? Why would they do that? I mean, I know what the benefits are. Global shutter, at least one, which is less rolling shutter, or like no rolling shutter really. So maybe that's why they're doing it. But would they really do that? It's unlikely there are any significant expense. The real cost in pass-through is having a chip that it can efficiently process those 8 million pixels per frame efficiently. And the XR2 Gen 2 handles that. Is that talking about the Quest 3? 8 million pixels per frame. What's the resolution? I gotta look at the resolution for the Quest 3. Back in October, Quest firmware data miners discovered a new headset codenamed Panther. Oh. Oh, yeah, because what? Like, Facebook likes animal names, right? Simulia previously discovered many of Quest Pro's specs. Okay. Great. Reference was to Panther was in a debug feature for simulating it on Quest 3, which was codenamed Eureka. Wait, that's not an animal. What else are they doing? They're strongly suggesting Meta is testing achieving the room setup capabilities the depth projector currently enables without it. Many people believe the Quest 3's depth projector is an essential part of how its pass-through works, but it's not true. In reality, it's only used for generating the 3D scene mesh at room setup. Okay, why do I care about this? The depth projector shouldn't be necessary to even generate this. Why do I care about... Why are we talking about a depth mesh? Why are we talking about... How did we all of a sudden go to depth mesh? Whatever. Same could be blah blah blah. Okay, summary. TRDL. TDL. Whatever. Putting the evidence all together is likely Quest 2 production has ended. Meta is currently clearing out stock. Whether it's Quest 3 Lite or 3S or something else, it'll have the same Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chipset as Quest 3, so it can run the same content. Hopefully around $300. Probably also support color mixed reality, slower, less accurate room setup process. Okay, well, they're just talking about the difference, is that the setup process might be slower. Okay, fine, whatever. In effect, this headset will be a cheaper Quest 3 with a bulkier design. Bulkier? So, like, maybe it's going to use the old shell or something similar. The Quest 2 shell with a bulkier design and inferior lens clarity. Oh, because the new one using? Oh yeah, it says right here, Pancake. The Quest 3 is using the Pancake, which allows it to be smaller. So, versus Fresnel, so it will be less. So maybe they're going to use the same, shell as the Quest 2 potentially. Fascinating. Every time I go back and try out my Quest 2, I'm always surprised with how good it is. It is good. I know lots of people want Fresnels to go away forever. There's a place for them in budget headsets. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Put them in budget headsets and lower the price to $100. Create $100 VR headsets. What is that going to do for the masses? It's going to be a much easier entry point for people to get into. $100, $200. And so you're going to get more people into VR. And then they're going to save up some money and be like, this is cool. Let me get the next model and so on. So yeah, do that. That would be so cool. There we go, friends. Thanks for joining me on talking about Quest headsets. Talk to you later in the next video.